The plane dropped around 6,000 feet within the space of a few minutes before regaining altitude. Now, passengers who weren't wearing seatbelts were catapulted into the ceiling and objects were thrown across the cabin.
Announcement from the pilot necessarily. I think the pilot was really just trying to deal with the situation before he could even really tell everybody within the plane to brace or hold on or to buckle in. So you really just had to work with your instincts. Like I knew there was a lady behind me, I think from
43 passengers boarded a relief flight in Bangkok to take them back to Singapore. I understand that landed about 5 a.m. Local time. The Thai authorities are currently investigating the causes of what happened, but at this stage, with most of those the able-bodied passengers returned to Singapore and the rest in stable condition in medical facilities here in Bangkok, attention is now turning to that investigation.
Indeed. Tony, we know that a Singapore Airlines investigation team is or has arrived now in Bangkok. And as we say, this whole investigation really centres around the timing of when the pilot might have known there was turbulence and when the passengers were alerted. We've all been in aircraft before. We've all had to wear seatbelts when the pilots warned us. But this is such a unique event, isn't it?
It is, and I think that's going to be the focus of this investigation. There were big storms that hit Bangkok yesterday, lots of thunder, lightning and rain, but that's very common at this time of year. The airspace around Thailand is very heavily congested, it's very busy, and I think pilots would be acutely aware of the fact that there are these extreme weather patterns going on here. At this stage, the Singapore Airlines flight shouldn't yet have started its descent into Singapore, so it should have been well above that weather. That said, it's going to be a very thorough investigation. As you said, a team from Singapore Airlines. The investigation will be led by the Singapore Transport and Safety Investigation Bureau. It'll take place under Thai law because this accident took place in Thai airspace. They're also going to be joined by a team from the US NTSB and from Boeing as well, because it was a Boeing 777 airliner. But I think turbulence is relatively common here. It's a frequent occurrence. There is, of course, that advice from airlines to always wear your seatbelt when you're in the air, even if the seatbelt sign is off. I think the question for the investigation team is, with all that in place, why did it impact this flight when so many passed through this airspace without major incident?